The people who protected democratic India. A few days ago, General Bipin Rawat unfortunately died in a helicopter crash in Tamil Nadu. He was India's first Chief of Defence Staff, a position created to help integrate the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. His job was difficult yet very vital. But India, the world's largest democracy, will survive this loss. General Naravane could be the next CDS and the legacy will continue.
India is a democracy and its people love their soldiers. India's military has always protected the democracy. Military dictatorship is a common thing in our neighboring countries like Pakistan and Myanmar, but it has never happened in India. The superpowers like UK and USA built their empires on slavery. England exploited and killed the Indians, and the invading Europeans killed the native Red Indians in America. The repentance came at the middle of the Second World War. UK and USA issued the Atlantic Charter in 1941. An important part of this document was the promise to give independence to the colonies, which led to the independence of India. The idea of democracy existed in ancient India as Ganatantra. Hence, it was easy for India to adopt the current system of democracy from the West. Thanks to the founding fathers of Indian Constitution like Dr. Ambedkar and Dr. Rajendra Prasad, our democracy is successful due to the strong foundation of parliament, where people elect and send their representatives, be it a tea vendor, aristocrat, or a farmer.
The second pillar of democracy is judicial system. British India had a great legacy of judges like Justice Ranade, a founding father of the Indian National Congress. The courts always maintained a healthy activism, be it the emergency or Ram Janmabhoomi issue, thanks to the tradition started with the first Chief Justice Sir Harilal Kania. The third pillar of democracy is the civil officers who run the government. Starting from Satyendranath Tagore, the ICS officers in British Raj were the intelligent officers who founded a strong network of administration for a chaotic country. Leaders like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Morarji Desai, known for their discipline and order, have qualified Indian civil services. ICS was converted into IAS after independence. C.D. Deshmukh was an ICS officer. In 1943, he became the first Indian governor of the Reserve Bank of India. He even fought with the then British government to maintain the autonomy of Reserve Bank. Deshmukh became the finance minister of Republic of India in 1950. He will always be remembered for his economic reforms. He nationalized the life insurance sector in India. It was a lifesaver for Indian economy.
Rao Bahadur VP Menon was an ICS who worked with the Governor General and played a vital role in India's partition and political integration. He worked closely with Sardar Patel over the integration of 565 princely states into the Union of India. Menon also worked with Patel over the military action against the hostile states of Junagadh and Hyderabad and also obtained the accession of Kashmir into India in 1947. The first commander in chief of the Indian Army, Sir K.M. Cariappa, and the one who led to Indian victory in 1971 war, General Sam Manekshaw, were the soldiers who fought in British Army in the Second World War. After independence, these great soldiers established a dedicated force that always protected the democratic India. In the 1965 war, General Cariappa's son Nanda was a squadron leader in Indian Air Force. He was captured and held as a prisoner of war. On realizing the identity of the wounded soldier, Pakistan's President General Ayub Khan himself contacted General Cariappa and offered to release his son immediately. General Cariappa replied, "He is my son no longer. He is the child of this country, a soldier fighting for his motherland like a true patriot. Give him no special treatment." Such was the character of people who protected the independent and democratic India. It is a luxury that we live in India, where democracy is a certainty if we look around to our neighbors like Pakistan and Myanmar. The whole nation is mourning the loss of CDS General Rawat because it values the sacrifices of the soldiers of the nation. It is more valuable because they protect not only the nation but also the democracy that defines this nation. Thank you.